Kirk Cousins has found a new home down south with the Atlanta Falcons, and this is the perfect landing spot to chase division championships and his first Super Bowl ring.
Absolutely thrilled to be an Atlanta Falcon. I just want to win.
How's it going today? My name is Jesse McNamer, and welcome to Point of View. Before we get into it today, I just want to say we always appreciate your feedback and look forward to reading your comments like the one we've got here. Also, be sure to stay tuned to the end of this episode to see if you can guess today's trivia question down below. To today's topic, are the Falcons the team to beat in the NFC South? Sure, the Bucs signed Baker Mayfield back, and the Saints always seem to hang around, but now that Kirk Cousins is in town on a 4-year, $180 million contract, Atlanta can say they have the best quarterback in the division, no question. According to Cynthia Freeland, Cousins brings along the 13th highest win share to the ATL at 4.7. This means that with Kirko Chainz on their squad last season, the Dirty Birds would have won 10 or 11 games and earned a playoff berth. Of course, Cousins is coming off an Achilles injury he sustained in Week 8 last season, so maybe some people are worried about his recovery, but the way quarterbacks have been healing lately, I'm not too concerned. Even with less than half of the season played, Cousins threw for 2,300 yards and 18 touchdowns, and in the 3 seasons prior, he threw for at least 4,200 yards and 29 touchdowns. In no time, he'll be back to true Kirko Chainz form. And when he is, it's go time for the Falcons. They are loaded with offensive weapons and just need a veteran to guide them through the long season. Bijan Robinson proved he's a stud in his rookie year. Darnell Mooney was just signed to a 4-year deal to play opposite of Drake London. Not to mention Kyle Pitts still has a lot of untapped potential just like the rest of them. And all of that potential has a chance to come out in the offensive system they run in Atlanta because it's proven to work for other teams who are run by the same coaches they have now. Cousins' coach for the past 2 seasons has been Kevin O'Connell, who was the offensive coordinator for the LA Rams under Sean McVay and ran the famous Shanahan offense. He took that to Minnesota, and in his first season with Cousins, the Vikings went 13-4 in the regular season. Not coincidentally, new Falcons head coach Raheem Morris and OC Zach Robinson were in LA with O'Connell. Morris was the DC, but Robinson was the passing game coordinator and QB's coach, so he'll be in charge of implementing that style of offense. And with the weapons I mentioned earlier, it's going to be a show. One big characteristic of the Shanahan offense is the ability to reveal the defense ahead of the snap and create mismatches. And the best way to take advantage of that is with a veteran quarterback. Just look at this play from Cousins in 2022. Late in a close game, they motion the outside receiver to reveal man coverage. Cousins stays poised in the pocket and goes through his reads calmly, eventually finding his third option for a big-time score. Just imagine the defensive problems this will bring when the Falcons run this next season. The play-action fake will be to Robinson, the first option will be Mooney, and if that's not there, you can go back to London and Pitts, nightmare fuel. And while it takes a lot of brain power to run this offense, Cousins can still make plays happen on his own, as evidenced by this play. He takes his normal drop and surveys the defense, but sometimes he gets locked up. He steps up and finds the running lane, but instead of going out of bounds like most veterans, he gets every last yard he can and lays out for the pylon. He's got the skill, the knowledge, and the leadership to step in and immediately elevate the team into a stratosphere that they haven't reached since prime Matt Ryan. And I remember Ryan very well for what he did to my Packers in 2017, so I don't mean that lightly. But what exactly should their expectations be? In year 1, it's got to be division title or bust. And I wouldn't say that if they weren't in any other division in the league. But really, what could be the excuse? The Bucs brought back Baker Mayfield and Mike Evans, but they don't have the talent to match up. The Saints still employ Derek Carr as their starting QB, so I can't take them seriously. And the Panthers, they're not even worth the airtime. So Atlanta, get pumped for this season because this offense is going to take off with Kirk Cousins for the next 4 years. And to be clear, our hype for the Falcons started well before the news about Cousins and even before we knew what kind of potential this offense had. Be sure to check out our recent point of view to hear more on that. And the moment you've been waiting for, here's the answer to today's trivia question. We appreciate you tuning into this episode of Point of View, and we will see you in the next one.